Sign up now. Follow me. Tweet this. Do that. Tumble this. Tumbleweed. Sign up. Make sure you follow me. All these good things. Does it sound like it's too complicated to you? It always sounded like it was too complicated to me too. Do you always feel like you're being tricked every time that you want to go ahead and click? Me too. Do you ever feel like you're not sure? You want to do something, but you're not sure how to do it online? Hey, don't worry, man. We've been there. I have been there, but I can't tell you that I've made $1 million yet, though it's to come. What I can tell you, though, is what has been working for me, okay? And the engagements is where it's at. We got to remember that this is social media that we're messing with. I've made a lot of mistakes in the beginning, tagging the heck out of people, bothering the shit out of them. Hey, look at me, look at me. But guess what? It's a learning process. And if those people don't like you learning that are in your circle, then you may want to get rid of some of those people that are in your circle because they're not helping you develop yourself. And if you are not developing yourself, then you cannot ever take care of other opportunities that you need to take care of when they present themselves. So there's a speaker that I listen to out there that his name is Andy Henriquez, and I highly suggest that you listen to him every Thursday on the Show Up For Your Life call. If you follow me on my Facebook page, or if you take a click, I can get you some more of the information. Sorry, I'm walking home right now. There's not much work to do today, but there's plenty of work to do for our life, right? So anyways, what I was getting at, what I was trying to say is that you want to continue to keep developing. We're gonna develop tools to get to our next levels, okay? So that's the whole thing here, all right? We don't know what we're doing exactly. You know what your vision is, right? So you know what you want to do. It's a thought. That's what it is right now. So we say, the brain can say, okay, thought, cool, that's awesome. And it runs with it, right? You start thinking anything, you start figuring out ways for that thought that you thought, right? That's why I always say it's not very important to entertain the very first thought. Because if you entertain the very first thought, sometimes it's not the one that was the main thing, okay? So what I'm learning is that we have to find, as we're developing our skills necessary to get us to the level that we're desiring or dreaming, praying, hoping, shooting towards, you'll start to find that when you get out of your box, when you get out of the way that you were thinking about certain opportunities, like you just thought that it was going to happen because you put something out there. Well, guess what? The online world is tremendously huge. I mean, it is so big out there, and there's so many other things to learn. And there's people that have been coming up on this stuff since they were young. So they're going to be, there's people like in any level of sports or something like that. You're going to have different levels. So there's some of these marketers out there, man, that are just skyrocketing the thing. And you can get sidetracked with what you're trying to do, with what your message is. That's what happened to me, and still does at times. That's why it's very important. What I have been learning is to write it down. I mean, it's the same stuff that you've heard all your life. You just don't want to apply it. That's the bottom line. A lot of the times we're just plain out lazy, and we just want an easy way. And, so I don't try to just say some of these things back at you that I've learned, but I do want to share the things that I've learned, because if there's something that I can say, or if there's something that I can do that one day inevitably helps somebody, change their mind or change the way that they were thinking for something to better themselves, then that's what I want to be a part of. I don't want all of our bad things, that so-called bad things that have happened in your life, to just be that way. No, sir. There's an inner voice, and there's something calling us. There's something driving us. It's it's not always just your conscience. There's something pulling you. There's something out there. You may want to call it. You may want to call it Jesus. You may want to call it God. You may want to call it the universe. I don't really know. All I know is what I believe in, and what keeps me pushing through. All I know is what I have experienced and what has kept me going through every last trial or tribulation. So sorry I was rambling on a little bit right there about some things, but it's in the engagements. What I'm learning right now is it is in the engagements, okay? Everything that all the progress that I've made so far, which is not nothing. It's not always about the numbers, you know? Yes, we pay attention to the numbers so we can see the progress that we're making and what we're trying to do. And we're learning about analytics and all these other things. And it's very, very complicated. It's a big process. You got to go through process you have to go through to get to it, you know? So yeah, man, I hope you guys are out there staying pushing towards your dreams and your goals. I hope you're not getting too old inside. I hope you're like, you know, you're really digging down deep, man, before you go to bed. I mean, if there's anything you get from me, anything at all that you get from me ever in your life, is that you decided to try a little bit harder, that you decided that you were not going to give up, that you realized that there was a lot of stuff that was going on in your life that you did not like, but you still chose to push through. There's I want somebody, I would love for somebody to say, hey man, that guy right there, I tell you what, I don't know what it is about him, but he made me do something different. I tell you, you know, that's what I'm about, man. I'm still walking tall. I haven't had all of the silver spoon type fed life, but I'm gonna tell you what, looking back at the life I had every damn opportunity I needed. I just did not take action on them, okay? And that's where I'm at with it these days, guys. And I also would just like to leave you with make sure you just keep on showing up, you know, keep on keeping on, because one smile at a time inevitably may change somebody's mind. You see what I'm saying? Smile. It does something different. You're forcing your body not to do what it's always been used to. There's too many people out here and there's too many people out here that allow someone else's feelings or emotions to rub off on them. Yes, I am guilty. I fall short all the time. All the time. I have to stay prayed up because I fall short, walk into a room, you know, just all of a sudden gets quiet. You ever felt that? It's okay. We're starting to understand these you know, it's just a walk of life, guys. It's a walk of life. He said, here come Donnie singing all these stories. Babalooba, baby, what I say. Little old Dire Straits joint. Remember that? Walk of Life? I think that's the name of it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Leave it in the comments. Get back to me. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. So, look, like I'm saying, man, I just hope that somebody out there is getting this message that we don't stay down. And I hope, and I want to thank each and every one of you out there that encourage others, that have walked the walk of success that we're trying to achieve. I want to thank each and every one of you out there that understand, hey, look, I just found a dime. Someone told me a long time ago to start picking up all the change you see, because some of us have been superstitious. Have you ever been superstitious? I used to be, so I wouldn't pick up the tails pennies. But now I pick up heads up pennies. I pick up nickels. Nickels started presenting themselves to me. Just now saw a dime that you witnessed. Come on, dollars. Lord knows we need them, right? So yeah, keep on climbing. Keep on engaging with others. It's in them one-on-one relationships that you're building. It's still social media, but you start finding groups. You start finding things that work. You start listening to suggestions. Ain't that been the problem the whole time? You didn't want to listen to suggestions? Well, we are developing the tools necessary to help ourselves, and in the long run will help you. So we're continuing to walk tall. We are facing our fears. We are finding our passion, man. We're finding our groove, you know what I mean? We're looking at how we want to invest in our lives. We want to see correct wrongs, okay? The past is the past. That shit is gone, okay? The longer I stay in it, the longer it's gonna take me to get out of it. The past is the past. You know what I mean? You driving down the road, you know, you keep throwing shit in the back seat. You just keep throwing it in the back seat, throwing it in the back seat, throwing it in the back seat. What happens? Eventually somebody pulls out in front of you, the light turns red, the light's yellow, you think you're gonna cruise on through it, driving behind the person behind you, and then the next thing you know, light turns red, the dude stops in front of you. What do you have to do? Bang! All that stuff that was in the back seat now either busts you in the back of the head, flies all over the dashboard, makes a big old mess. Distractions. So, stay focused. Keep your eyes on the prize. I hope this has helped somebody out there, because I know it's helped me. God bless you all. Stay smiling. Stay prayed up out there. Watch us now, we work it out. Watch us now, we work it out. Watch us work these things on out. See you next time.